Alrighty.
Roll it.
Alrighty. Roll it. That's us.
Yeah,
that is us. If you're looking for Danish and O'Neill, you're in the right place. And back again, week 2. He wore the same outfit that he wore last week.
It's Sting, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Earl Sting Skakel.
Look at these triceps. 53 years old.
You pointed to your traps.
Yeah, you're right. I think I peaked. I peaked last week.
What do you weigh?
Let me tell you something right now. I'm 195 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. Always sweet, never sour, and the man of the hour.
How much is that his head?
Are you talking
If you
talking penis or
75 pounds.
75 pounds.
I've always thought you have the look of Howard Stern's Hank the Angry Dwarf if he were stretched out.
Man.
If he was stretched
What
out.
the fuck did you say it to his face?
It's a compliment. He was a good-looking guy.
Dude, last episode we found out he's Billy Idol from the waist down.
Yeah.
He's
Johnny Cash.
Yeah, he's Billy Madison from the neck to the waist.
You got the brain of Billy Madison, the heart of Billy Idol.
Yeah, and he's Skolnick.
And the drug use of Keith Richards. You claim you've never done drugs, but it's to cover up that you do. You're a huge druggie.
Hey, wait. Where did they film Caddyshack? Was that at the Bel Air?
Yeah.
They did some, it's an industry term. I might lose some of you on this. They did exterior shots at Bel Air Country Club.
Were you there? That's your neighborhood.
I was in the junior championship 3 years in a row.
For golf?
Yeah.
How come you don't golf now?
Because someone stole my clubs at Mountain Gate Country Club.
And that was it. You're like, why replace them? It ended the career. Someone stole Tiger Woods' clubs. You never would have played again.
He stole his clubs. He goes, well,
It may have been a rival, dude.
I grew up at...
Were you good?
I was about, in my heyday, I was about a 9 to 10 handicap, which is pretty good.
Is it good?
Scratch is pro, so 10 is a good amateur.
Did you
shoot like 80.
Did you do the Billy Madison hockey style?
My dad was a very unorthodox golf
Unorthodox
instructor.
Jew.
Well, he might have been. He did have a beard. He hunted whales, and then I took up the cause.
He hunted whales and you have sex with them.
Yeah, you like those big old beefer whales.
I mean, my last girlfriend left quite an impression on me, including my air mattress.
Why are you sleeping on an air mattress?
He likes to feel what poor people feel like every now and
I like
then.
to feel what.
Do you have just a fuck air mattress?
No, it disappeared. Up her ass.
All right, let's just go on with the...
Get
What
it?
were you going to say?
I don't know.
I don't even know what we're
forgot.
talking about.
About golf. Your dad was
So
unorthodox.
I joined. Well, as a kid, I played at a very ritzy country club, as you know.
Yeah.
They didn't let a lot of minorities there. They would not let Michael Jordan join. This shows you how, like in prom, I'm talking 80s
Michael B. Jordan.
Hello, he wasn't born yet till the 90s.
That's why they wouldn't let him in. They're like, he's not born. We're not letting him in.
By the way, I saw Creed and Creed 2. I didn't see any Scott Stapp in there. That's an old school joke for you 90s revivalists.
He's from Orlando. I went to school.
Orlando Woolridge?
Orlando, Florida.
Orlando Woolridge. No, Orlando from Ghost.
Orlando
Yeah.
Jones?
Orlando.
I worked out once with Orlando Woolridge.
He's a basketball player from the 80s.
Great slam dunker.
Did you work out next to him?
No, with him, because he asked me to spot him. And if you've ever seen Orlando
He
Woolridge...
bent for money for the vending machine, but you're like, oh, I'll take care of your thing. You followed him around.
Rest in peace, Orlando Woolridge. War number 0, so he was kind of, ahead of his time. And he had this beautiful body. Like, he looked like a black Hulk. He just like someone sculpted him.
Yeah.
He couldn't bench press 225 once, and I did it like 8 times.
But did he have long limbs?
Very long. I mean, he was like 6'8".
Yeah.
So, and then I pumped it 8 times. He's like, "You're strong for a white man."
He said that?
Do you want to kiss
He said for a white man.
Yeah, and then I said,
That's
"Look at here,
racist.
look at here, look at here."
Did you say that for real?
No, I didn't. I was just doing a bit.
Were you talking to him, or were you just
Yeah, he was
keeping
a cool
it
guy.
business?
I'm like, I'm a hockey guy. He's like, I love hockey too. I'm like, yeah, Blackhawks, because he played on the Bulls at the time.
Yeah.
And then,
You were saying that because he was black.
Orlando Woolridge was not black. He was double black. Like,
Jeez.
he made.
What are you using ski terms to describe him?
No, he made Dikembe Mutombo look like an albino. Like, he was like, I thought he was a predator. Like, I thought when he looked at me to spot him, I thought I saw 3 dots on my chest.
Aaron, you're giving Aaron a coughing.
Well, I thought that was Aaron beefing one over there. I was like, Jesus Christ.
That's what he does.
Aaron's
He covers it with cough.
Aaron's doing hot yoga.
I was like, yeah, keep it down. Keep it down. Right
He's in
there.
downward baby pose.
No, it's a happy baby, and then if you really are flexible, you do happy boyfriend, which is full spread eagle.
And then what's the
Why
one
is
where
it
you
boyfriend?
suck your own dick? You're like Happy Earl.
Let's call it. Yeah.
Why do you say? Can you call it girlfriend specifically for me?
Yeah.
Are you the only guy in this class?
I'm the only straight guy.
Well, that's
How do you
debatable.
know?
That's
You
debatable.
can
like,
just tell. When
I
a guy next to you is wearing a Liberace tour shirt.
Oh, nobody's wearing it. No gay guy wears a Liberace tour shirt.
Where's he shopping? A store from fucking the 70s?
Forever 87. Mama.
Liberace tour shirt.
Dude, your references.
Yeah, you got-
Liberace was big in like early 80s.
You know Liberace's first song he wrote?
I'm waiting for a bit. Here we go.
No, this is true.
No, it's not. What is
It's true. It's called Two Lips on My Organ.
Do you make these references to your fiance? Because there's a bit of an age difference there. Like, does she
Yeah.
understand anything you
She's out
say?
of control. Like, we're watching some movie, and the bad guy from Karate Kid, Martin Kove, pops up, and she's like, "Oh, that's the guy from Cobra Kai." I'm like, "No, that's the guy from Karate Kid."
Yeah.
You know, so it's
Do you ever do?
And Rambo. If you want
yes,
to go
Rambo
further.
2.
If you want to go further.
Do you ever do the dirty AARP shows?
Oh yeah, I did a hospice.
I feel like you would crush it, like with people that are in their 60s.
Dude, I do a killer 5-minute chunk on Mike and the Mechanics. It fucking rolls.
What is Mike and the Mechanic?
They sang that song, "All I Need Is a Miracle."
Oh.
All I need is a miracle. All I
you have
need-
5 minutes on them?
You know what?
And
You
I-
have your bits would crush with trivia nerds.
Or like radio disc jockeys who are 65 and up.
yeah.
I do 10.
They're like, oh, I love it.
I have a new 10-minute closer on Night Ranger. It's a fucking bop, as the kids say now.
Were you sad that the dude from WKRP recently passed away?
Howard Hessman.
Wasn't that wasn't he head of the class? Was that him?
He was head of the class.
Teacher.
And also in one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies from 1986, starring Deborah Foreman from Valley Girl and Sam Jones, who played Flash Gordon.
Oh yeah.
Flash.
My chauffeur.
My chauffeur.
My chauffeur. It's like a mid-80s.
It remind you of your life
Yeah, I was
as a
gonna say
kid?
it's just like Earl
Leroy.
growing up.
I'm like, but Sam Jones, he's not black. That ain't Leroy. Shit.
Do you stay in touch with Leroy's family? Leroy, by the way, was the man that raised you.
Yeah, it was, and
They
it's a
paid your family to raise you.
True, he killed the whale and your dad took credit for it.
No, they wouldn't let a black guy in the Azores. Come on. I go and visit his grave once a year.
Do you talk to his family or anything?
I'm assuming they're all dead. Like
Where's he buried?
the Veterans Cemetery.
Is his ass sticking out of the grave too?
No, Leroy was just straight.
Do you talk to him or do you?
I do. I clean. I buy. I get some like Windex or whatever, and I clean his.
He just polishes eldest.
I do.
Up.
Are you like Leroy? Can you believe I had to drive myself here?
I know.
Do you ever say that? I wish
We talk. I cry
miss
every time.
Our, Sambo's.
Leroy took me to Sambo's every Tuesday. Now I think it's the DMV. By the way, you can still go to Sambo's in Santa Barbara, but they got rid of the logo. Probably smart move
Yeah,
there.
probably.
Because the logo was literally like a black dude with a bone ring, like holding a sandwich or something. Like,
How do they not change?
No,
Jesus.
I'm serious.
How do they not change the name though in this day and age?
I mean, I don't know, but it's a great omelet, by the way.
Didn't Vic McMahon drive by there and go, "That's a great character"?
Look at here, look at here.
So wait,
By the way, and it reminds me of this quick story when I used to wear Von Dutch jeans. Apparently, Von Dutch.
this is last week.
No, it was 2 days ago. Mom. And apparently, Von Dutch was a horrible racist. I had no idea, but I really loved
But
it.
then also later you go, "That's the attraction."
Why
for
was
the
he
jeans."
horrible? Like he
Well,
just
he said
couldn't,
the N-word
but he couldn't get the
and,
terms right. Like so
Yeah.
they're like, you're not a good racist. You're a horrible racist.
Like when he talked about Nigeria, he said it the wrong way, and that's called an
Cool.
That's Groundlings. improv
Well, growl?
Well,
That's not Growling's improv. Growling's improv involving head bobs.
That's Grumbling's improv. An offshoot.
so this huge black guy comes up to me after a show. He's like, "Hey, you know that guy was a horrible racist. What are you going to do about it?" I'm like,
What are you going to do about it? Burn your jeans?
"Yeah." I'm like, "Hey, man, these pants fit really well." Mama.
But what do you want you to do? Just not wear
He
the
wanted
pants?
me to like take off the pants. I'm like, "Dude, they fit well."
Dude, you
Is that his way of getting you to take your pants off?
Maybe. I mean, maybe it was Randy.
He was
Stone.
wearing a Liberace tour shirt.
Tour shirt. Do you own a Liberace tour shirt, by the way?
No. You know, he also.
Do you love Behind the Candelabra?
I thought they could have had David Lee Roth, who is, a lot of people think is, bi or whatever. I just think he would have been a better choice to play Liberace because he can actually sing.
Okay, first of all, but he can't act.
Yeah, but neither could Liberace.
No, but
He acted
Behind
straight.
the Candelabra, Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas is great as an actor, but I didn't buy him as
This
a.
guy's like, that or Billy Idol would have been a better choice.
No, but
or the
David
lead
Lee
singer
Roth-
of Rat.
Well, David Lee Roth is like, has a gay vibe and he can sing. So
One of the worst conversations I've ever had in my life, David Lee Roth.
Oh,
I walked away in disgust
At the
while he
store?
was talking. Yeah.
His story's got a little.
Dude, he was just
boring.
he was like so manic and fucking
yeah.
all over. It was all about him being an EMT, and he just doesn't stop talking.
well, he told my friend Fred Corey from Cinderella, who won.
Cinderella, the live Disney movie.
No, the band. The band.
Oh, sorry.
Don't know what you got till it's gone.
Sorry.
Coming home. Heartbreak Station.
Do you ever feel like you could be a lot smarter if your brain wasn't so full of this trivia?
100%.
Have you ever thought about applying your 80s knowledge to like current technology or science?
No, I mean,
He's like, why bother?
I'm in too deep.
If it
at
ain't
this
broke,
point.
if it ain't broken.
Do you think that if you had done drugs, because you've never done drugs, you don't drink, do you think if you had done drugs that maybe you would have a wider berth of modern knowledge?
I don't know. I just love the 80s. You had to be there, like, to appreciate.
Young kids out there
where
get
are
jealous
they?
now listening.
Well, I mean, like I do. My closing joke right now when I'm in the main room and vibing is about a 20-minute Rocky II joke. I think I told it.
Yeah. No, I've followed you. I watch. I see all
Hey,
the
I
new
mean,
stuff.
you think Michael Jackson? I'll get to the punchline. There's thousands of kids behind Stallone when he's climbing up the stairs. You think Michael Jackson said, "Hey, fuck it, I got to go for a jog"? I mean, they all can't bite me off. Okay, he's the pedophile, but I'm the bad guy.
I will say
fucking believable.
that it's 19 minutes of setup.
Well, you got to swing the movie.
He goes through the whole movie.
He reads the script.
Dude, I do a table read of both Rockies, and then, at the
No,
end,
you give the audience, you give everybody a script. You say next week, come back.
and then I do,
then you do
the
the
main
bit.
characters. Like I do Talia Shire and
Coppola's sister.
I also do a live table read of Cobra when I'm vibing.
Hey, you can knock him out. Why you trying knocking me out?
Friends do because they want to do. If you don't want me mixing with Creed no more.
Sound like Schwarzenegger.
What is that? Russian Rocky? Russian Stallone.
They're gonna have him.
He's
He voices it.
if you don't want to do this,
Hey,
then
you don't like Gorbachev. I don't like Gorbachev.
For the Russian release, man. Don't you guys know if films are released in different
hey,
countries?
my wing is in the street. You knocked him out, so why don't you try knocking me out now?
I mean, I also do
German fucking Stallone.
so a live table read of Over the Top. I actually get the little kid from the movie. He's back in the game. David Mendenhall.
You got him
Yeah.
to do a live table read
I will.
for your birthday?
No, for my birthday. I've had some interesting birthdays.
What can we get you for your birthday that you would love? Stallone.
Wearing your pants.
The death of a few comics.
Jeez,
Come
here
on.
he goes.
So,
Name
Cool.
5.
I don't know 5 comics. I know 5 people who get up on a stage and eat shit. It's fucking unbelievable, dude.
I've mentioned your Twitter a few times. I keep an eye on it. You say, fuck, I just lost my train of thought.
I do that with people.
No, I saw, what was I going to say?
Look into my eyes, Jeff.
Look into his eyes. They're like magnifying glasses.
Yeah, you burned my retina.
Yeah.
I could see unnamed planets with these glasses. Liberace wrote a book about astrology.
You did?
Why'd you ask me what it is?
what is it?
Liberace wrote a book on astrology?
What is it?
What is
How to find Uranus. Hello!
Jesus. Hey, are those glasses made by Hubble?
I got your Hubble right here. Hubble
What is
this.
this always with the dick?
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say.
Hubble this.
You say you spend like 5 hours researching a guest from like the 80s,
Yeah.
but then it turns out that they're dead. Is that true?
No, it is.
This has happened to you multiple times.
So I did can I plug? This shows you what a good guy I am. I get nothing out of plugging this. Can I plug someone's?
Go ahead.
plug?
Plug whatever
Sure.
you want.
I used to work a lot in my early years of comedy with this guy Phil Perrier, who was a staff
Owner of
writer.
Perrier Water.
Hello.
Was he? Any affiliation?
I don't think so. No one does tribble runs if they're in the Perry Water family, and I don't mean Perry Kurtz.
What the hell are tribble
Yeah,
runs?
what's that?
tribble runs? Are
Sounds
those
like a Dairy Queen shake or something.
tribble runs?
tribble.
It's what you get when you eat.
Is that like a dilly bar?
No, tribble runs are what you get when you eat Dean cuisine. This old school comedy store.
You're totally off track. What the fuck is a tribble run?
Tribble runs are those awful road gigs where you like drive to Montana.
Never heard of them.
And then you drive to Wyoming, and then the next night you drive back to Montana. Like they're
Yeah.
so Phil was a road comic.
Okay.
But he also wrote for Jay Leno, Arsenio Hall, and this is why
And Earl Skakel.
I would pay him to write. He's really good. And Arsenio did something I thought very cool. Phil had gotten into a bad surfing accident. He almost got paralyzed because he was surfing. Wave took him over or took him under. He hit his head on a sandbar, so he was almost paralyzed. But he still would write. He could like sit in a wheelchair or something. And Arsenio came up to him during the monologue rehearsal, said, "Get your best 4 minutes ready. You're doing stand-up tonight." And he gave him his first TV shot in like his 50s.
Do you think that was wrong that he called it stand-up and he couldn't stand?
Hello! It's sit down. Here's
Here's the Earl Skakel. He hit a sandbar. Was it happy hour?
So Phil does this documentary that's on Amazon right now. It's called One Nighters.
Okay.
And it's about basically two road comics. They do, I think, 30 shows in 30 days. And they just filmed that. So I watched One Nighters the other night. I think any comic should watch it. Like, if you've ever done the road to any degree.
This isn't the Dana Gould Bobcat Goldthwait one, is it?
Well, it's a more realistic, like,
Okay.
Dana Gould, Bobcat, they had
names.
fat cameras, there's sound problems they left in because they couldn't afford to fix them. It's a gritty documentary on what it's like to be a road comic. So I started thinking the last shots of the documentary are in Elko and Winnemucca, Nevada. And that was my first road gig ever, was opening up for Roger Peltz.
The great Roger Peltz.
Well, he was part of that 70s duo act, Roger and Roger.
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't remember Roger and Roger?
The old Peltz brothers.
It was Roger Bear and Roger Peltz. That was their shtick, Roger and Roger, because their names were Roger.
Roger. They'd always say Roger.
Roger.
Clarence.
Roger that.
What are we reenacting the scene in Airplane?
You're getting on me for fucking throwing out lines.
Can we got the little Kareem grabbing the little kid? Listen, kid, tell your old man to drag Walton and Lanier up the court. As a kid, that movie freaked me out because all the pedophile lines in it.
And Kareem was your neighbor.
Yeah, he was.
So you were like,
Yeah, and it made you cream in your pants.
I mean, hell on. Now you're doing bits, dude. You're doing bits on my bits.
tagging you.
When Peter Graves would ask the little kid, "Hey, Joey, have you ever seen a grown man naked?" Hey,
and you're like, what, Dad? Why am I excited?
like Joey, hey, Peter Graves, why don't you get back into roast battle if you're still alive, you fucking creep.
Jesus. Why? So what happened?
So,
you looked up this guy.
I started crying.
Peltzy.
I started
Dude,
crying.
You're a quick to cry guy.
Dude,
have you always been this way, or is it age?
I mean, AIDS has nothing to do with
age.
it. I'm on prednisone. I'm just an emotional guy. When something like I remember my first road
You seem to
gig.
be affected heavily by death.
Well, we're around it a lot.
Yeah, I said, but on Twitter, like I see, you really get emotional.
Well, I mean, even with Saget, I didn't know Saget, but one night I'm in the OR. It's empty. I think Chelsea Skidmore is like, "Do you want to go on?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I just want to practice hear the words in the PA system." I'm sorry, because she wanted to go home. I get it.
Yeah.
So I started doing my bits literally to nobody. Nobody is in the OR. It's late, and then all of a sudden I see this shadowy figure come up the stairs, and it's Bob Saget. And he was with his, I think, I'll guess, wife. And he sits in the furthest point behind the cover booth, that corner.
And you know what he's saying to his wife? He's like, "Look at this asshole. There's nobody here."
Probably. It probably was. And
Did it make you feel weird that he was there, or you didn't care?
I got excited because I'm like, okay, he likes dirty jokes. I'm going to take my shot.
Your slap shot? You could have fucking ended his life way earlier.
I run to my car. I get my stick.
Wait, whoa!
I'm just-
Get
I'm
off
just kidding.
stage.
So I started doing the dirtiest jokes I had in my resume.
Yeah.
And little by little, people came in because I think, that's sad.
Oh, by the end, it was completely full.
No, I'm not
120
gonna lie. I'm
people.
not gonna lie. There was maybe 7 or 8 people at
Okay,
the end.
that's
So
not
I go
bad.
outside. I go in the hallway, and we're chin wagging with the local yokels. And Saget walks by me and just out of the corner of his mouth goes, "Love the dark stuff," and then just walks on.
Wow.
Was that your racial comedy?
I did my first joke. I remember when he sat down and said, "I'm going to do the Village People joke."
I like how you saw him and you're like you knew what you had to do.
I'm like, he likes dark stuff. I'm going to go with the dirtiest, darkest humor I know in the Village People joke. It's rubbed people the wrong way sometimes.
Will you visit Saget's grave?
No, and I certainly won't.
Will you take
film
your
it.
Windex bottle?
No, I'm going to
over there?
film it. I'm going to go to Saget's grave and film all of it. Well, I
That's
might even
interesting.
loop around to LAX.
Earl, if you're
Are you going to drive to where his car was parked at LAX?
I'm going to sit there and do my special where Saget's car was parked.
Earl, if you're having bad feelings about some of these deaths, well, we got something for you. You got to call BetterHelp.
Yep.
You got to do it.
Earl, what is therapy exactly?
BetterHelp.
It's whatever you want it to be.
That's true.
You know what? You need to get the tools to help with motivation, depression, being stuck in the 80s, anxiety, battling your temper, stress,
Constant crying.
dealing with insecurities in work or relationships. It's whatever you need,
Earl,
man.
it's time to stop being ashamed of Norman, and normal.
Who's Norman?
Norman human struggles and start feeling better because Earl, you deserve to be happy.
That's right, man. And guess what? BetterHelp is it's more affordable than in-person therapy. You can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours, and it's customized online therapy, phone, or you can even do a live chat session.
Yep.
Man, you don't have to see anyone if you don't want to.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp and Danish and O'Neill listeners. Guess what? You get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/get a pen and paper. DO101 DANDO. Again, that's BetterHelp HELP.com/DO101 DANDO.
Now we got the business out of the way.
Yeah, give
Earl.
us some bits. Earl.
Hold on,
We need
first
some
of
bits.
all-
So
We got to finish this.
So and Roger was very nice to me. I was horrible back then. I was a year in. I didn't have a half hour. I probably
a year in, you didn't have a half hour. Why would you have a half hour if a year in? Who
What
the
am
fuck
I,
has a half hour a year in that's any good?
What am I, an MMA fighter?
What does that mean?
It's whatever you want it to mean.
like BetterHelp.
He's bringing it back.
So I was like,
Peltzy. Did you call him Peltzy?
I call him Roger because he was like that weird kind of celebrity in the.
How'd you get
70s.
hooked up with a guy?
He was just he was the headliner. So I was just and on Triple Runs you don't know the headliner.
How'd you get these gigs?
Rocky Watul.
Yeah, from Rocky 1.
Yeah.
What the fuck are
Who's
these
Rocky
names,
Watul?
dude? Not a single person has a normal name.
But you asked me. That's who I
Who's
got.
Rocky Watul?
He was like a comic, kind of hustler who I think there's actually a guy named Dave Tribble, worst person on earth.
Is that why it's called the Triple Runs?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's known like they say every comic should do one Tribble run to appreciate how good you have it. Like
Okay.
At home.
right, they're awful. It's literally and Tribble's such
Were
a,
you sexually abused or kidnapped
by Tribble? No.
by anybody? Like,
Well,
how bad is it?
Well, there was a 300-pound waitress that molested me.
Oh, did you bag her just so you could prove to your dad that you're a man like him?
I Ian bagged her.
Those whales.
No, I basically was sexually assaulted by this girl.
Oh man.
You know,
you
it's-
press charges?
I pressed more than charges. Hello. I mean, it's not consensual sex if you can't lift the broad off you. You know what I'm saying? And she had no boobs. How are you 400 pounds and have no boobs?
That's your pet. I mean,
That's
if
all
there's
mine.
anything
It
you
sounds
want.
like it was a man.
and her vagina looked like
Was it long and thick?
had a vein in it. Really crazy.
it was circumcised.
No, I mean, her vagina looked like the number 5 at Arby's. So I said, I'll take a Diet Coke with that thing. Hello.
You brought your own horsey sauce.
Cream filling.
Wait, before we get to these bits, did you
I got some good ones here. The one's very topical. topical. We have to say it now, or it's not going to work.
Have you been watching championship pillow fighting?
No, I haven't.
They have weight classes.
It's in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
So
They're in a rig.
I saw the
what?
fight at Grand Corral. Did you guys see that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it was a
Golden
fucking
Corral?
Golden Corral. Sorry, it was like a fucking wrestling chair fight
What?
over the
You
buffet.
would've loved
Somebody took the steak, and I guess it had bad. That was the last steak. Fuck, it was in Philly or outside of Philadelphia. I don't know. 18 of her family members were there, and it just turned into a huge fucking Pier 6 brawl.
And then all of a sudden, a street hockey ball flew in.
And they're like,
Hey,
that must be Earl.
I'll take the number 3 extra large.
So
I-
what happened? Did you find Peltzy online?
I did find Roger Peltz.
What do you? How it takes you 5 hours? What are you doing? Run a background check?
I'm also on gayman.org, so I got to split my time. And Roger died in 2011.
And so after 5 hours, you're like, looks like he's not going to come on.
But like the other day, I'm watching the video for Gary Newman. You know that song "Cars"? Here in my cars, they
Yeah.
go out.
Yeah.
And so I really like.
And then Randy Newman covered it.
No, Randy Newman did.
I love those cars.
Look at those mountains. Look at those trees. Look at that bum over there, boy. He's down on his knees, probably trying to blow someone to get on the road.
That's what David Taylor always said. That
What?
it was like a
It was
the bum was.
a love letter. No, I thought he said it was like a love letter to LA.
But no, there was something about that bum, the bum line. He had
Big
some-
nasty redhead
Yeah,
at
so-
my side.
Head
She
down
was born to
Sepulveda.
ride.
That's the bass line.
I love L.A.
LA the realist. Shout out to an open mic comic from the early 2000s. Great. You guys sounded identical to Eddie Murphy naturally.
Well,
Because he
And he
did
did
a
an
Shrek
impression.
impression, yeah.
And then he would go up. He would spend a lot of time not doing anything.
You know,
oh,
the-
that's my time.
the only reason Eddie Murphy got SNL,
Why?
literally Charlie Barnett was afraid to read cue cards because he couldn't read, and he skipped he would have gotten it. He just couldn't
Oh,
read.
really?
So he didn't go to the final audition, and Eddie Murphy got his part.
Wow.
So let that be a lesson to you kids. Literacy
Learn
is
to read.
not,
Yeah, learn to read.
Not underrated.
You tax cheating slobs. By the way, shout out to Gavin Newsom. Done a great job. I got a fucking homeless person outside my condo, paid off, by the way. It's got a 3-story tent with a working generator. That's not a fire hazard.
He holds his breath.
Yeah, well, thanks to Garcetti, too. Your
He
dad-
holds his breath when he talks to Magic Johnson.
fucking dad fucked up the OJ trial. And now you're fucking up the city. I got 10 city outside my house. Is this Woodstock or fucking Los Angeles? Fuck, man.
Less nudity. Give us some bits here. Let's hear what we're working with.
Okay, so many of you don't know this, but Sunday, NASCAR is at the Coliseum. I'll be there.
By the way, that is crazy. If you see the fucking track, it's
Yeah.
a quarter-mile track with full NASCARs, and they're going to do 20 cars on that fucking track. How
Yeah.
fast are they going to go? 14 miles an hour.
What's even crazier is, hey, let's get the NASCAR fan base roaming around South
Yeah.
Central.
Dude,
That's the bet. That's the bet.
oh.
You
Dude,
interrupted his bit.
I can't
with
wait.
your enthusiasm.
I'm going to watch this race.
I'm
Just-
going.
Are you going? Dude, they built the track.
It looks
it's
like
a
a
portable track.
Hot Wheels track.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is it true you have leather Confederate flag pants?
No, I don't support racism of any kind. Black Lives Matter, especially during fantasy football drafts. Hello.
Jesus. Listen.
Not so much in the hockey draft.
So that was the bit. Okay, do the bit. Do the
Well,
full
no,
bit again.
it's unformed, but it's like.
Are you going to work on it while you're there? Is that why you're going?
Wait, the bit was, hey, NASCAR's coming to L.A. Imagine those people in South Central.
Would you want to see that fan base rumbling around after in South Central? Boys in the Hood, forget about it.
Don't you think though it'll just be corporate people? I don't think it'll be yokels.
No,
Well,
it'll
you
be
think
Orange
Bakersfield?
County.
Yeah,
It'll be all Orange County.
It'll be-
It'd be like an MMA crowd.
Yeah, but I used to go to Raider games at the Coliseum, and there is no. It might be different now, because trust me, I don't go east of La Cienega to do stand up.
Raider. I heard you hardly knew her.
Raider Nation. Hello, Darth Raider.
But the Comedy Store is east of La
It is.
Cienega.
Just
barely.
Okay.
So I used to go to Raider games at the Coliseum, and back then there was no parking, so you had to park on people's lawns, and they would shake you down for money.
We still do that.
You know, yeah, but you're not even going to the football game. You're going to the rub and tug joint on Hoover and 20th. Ask for Connie.
Connie.
Dude, so wait, so why are you going to this NASCAR
Because
race?
I just really, for jokes, I
Just want to see what's going on.
Oh, he's getting material.
You
then.
can't pick a more white trash sport than NASCAR, and it's in literally the blackest part of town. Like, I would think they would be like, well, maybe let's do NASCAR in Beverly Hills or something.
What are they going to do in Beverly Hills? This
don't
guy acts
know.
like they're just going to put
They'll make a fucking track. No, you do like they do at Long Beach, where they make the streets of Long Beach into a
You
racetrack.
think people in Beverly Hills want their streets shut down so NASCARs can drive by their house?
You don't think the Coliseum crowd is going to be loving the white guys with Larry the Cable Guy hats going,
Isn't that the same people that go to fucking Rams games too?
I mean, well, I went to the SoFi Stadium. I mean, listen, granted, it's not where I would put the arena, but like,
Whose house?
I went with Richie.
Rams. Oh, Richie.
With the Steelers, were playing the Chargers.
Okay.
Richie, the manager of the
I
company.
gotta say, Richie
He's got
did me
season
up.
tickets.
He got us into Budweiser Suite, and
Oh,
like,
wow.
if you've ever been to a suite, have you been to the stadium? Yeah,
I haven't been. To
I
the
have
stadium,
not,
no.
no.
It's I mean, like visually, it's like the 4K double-sided screen goes throughout the whole roof of the arena. But if you have, you know, like some arenas, you can't see the screen because you're either too low or too high. Here, you can see it no matter where you're sitting. And Budweiser had John and Vinny's catering. I fucking was pounding those burgers.
Are you going to go to the WrestleMania there at SoFi?
No, I'm an AEW man because they
Okay.
do my boy Sting right. They didn't fuck him like the WWE did. Hey, let's make a 62-year-old guy take buckle bombs from Seth Rollins. Almost broke his fucking neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tragedy.
Ronda
What's your
Rousey's
next-
back.
Hold on, what's your next bit?
Yeah,
here?
let's go to the next bit.
How in the hell is Shaq now in a printer commercial? When's the last time that motherfucker used a printer?
That's it?
Yeah.
That's not even a bit.
It is though.
And how do you know? How do you know he doesn't use a printer every day?
You think Shaq wakes up and goes, I got to print out these documents? Come on, shit.
What a scathing satire of celebrity.
They don't even print their own documents.
When's the last time you used a printer? Does he even know what one is?
Oh, that's the bit.
While I'm on it, I bet he
know
can't.
what the bit is.
I bet he can't even open Microsoft Word.
He's probably on DOS.
Oh, man.
No, but the whole thing is, how is this guy in so many commercials? Like, he's in a printer commercial. He's in a moisturizer commercial. Have you
The
seen
general.
He's in a milk commercial. When's the last time this guy unscrewed a cap of milk himself?
You think Shaq, who's got 12 cars that probably are $100,000 each, is looking
say they're
online
probably
for
more than
fucking
that.
car insurance?
Dude, he still uses MapQuest and he prints out his directions.
Dude, I'm older than that. I use a Thomas guide. That's how I got here.
Dude, all I want to say is I hope Shaq never hears this bit because
Yeah.
it's such a takedown of him.
It is a takedown. You take him
By
down.
the way, I love it. You should do it on stage.
Oh, I do. I did it
But let
last
me know.
night. It killed.
Do it again. Just tell me the bit again. It's so fucking
No, because I
good.
tag it.
All right, give me the tag.
I'm like, you know, this motherfucker's in a printer commercial. That's almost as bad as when he was in the moisturizer commercial. His skin is as ashy as the victims on 9/11.
Aaron likes it.
His skin is so ashy, Renazizi says he was in it. Hello.
Oh, come on.
Friend of the
I know,
show.
Be cool.
Come on.
I love Renazizi. I love the league. Come on.
It doesn't sound like it with that bit.
I opened for Renazizi in Richland, Washington.
How'd it go?
You know, it was a weird, like, I think, have you guys ever done that game?
Yeah, I
with
did
him?
my Shaq printer bits.
the only time where the opener flies out in a private jet, the headliner
So,
flies
dude, I'm
coach.
53 years old. I'm doing open mics with Kenny Lyon. Come on, get the fuck out of here. And then I go like, hey, have you seen Shaq in the moisturizer commercial? Blah, blah, blah. Have you seen him in the fucking car insurance commercial? Blah, blah, blah.
What's
Now
the
he's-
car? What's the tag for the? When's the last time this guy had car insurance?
Yeah, well, I'm like, come on, dude. I mean, he's a fucking 7'2" guy from Compton. You think he has car insurance? Hell no.
Not from
Well, that's
Compton.
the opposite of your printer bit.
He's not from Compton, you idiot.
talking about?
but the joke
I think he
is-
grew up in San Antonio.
But then he goes, this
Oh,
guy's
look
so
what he
rich.
No,
When's
you-
the last time he has a printer?
You got-
What? This guy doesn't have car insurance.
He didn't grow up in San Antonio. Didn't you guys see Blue Chips? He grew up in the jungles, like South Carolina.
He's from Newark. He was born in Newark.
Jesus.
And then I talk about him being in the icy hot. You think Shaq puts icy hot in his fucking back when it hurts? He just probably doses it up with 10 cc's of Deca and walks around fine.
It kind of trickles off there at the end.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Let me get to this one.
All right,
This is a real hot one. Recently fired NFL coach said the league is run like a plantation. And I've read a lot of history books, and I don't recall any slaves being paid $4 million a year. That's pretty funny, dude. That's
Do you have any non-racial stuff?
Yeah, let me get the last
This is
one.
why Saget said he loves the dark stuff.
Hey, what if the Washington football team hires a black coach, and then their team can be called the Washington football team coached by that black guy?
What? He loves it. What is that?
Let me get to this one.
What is that?
I know, dude. The Commanders. I don't know.
These
what they're called.
aren't even first drafts.
Hey,
It never alarm you that you're like, there's zero punchlines.
These are jokes that I would write to get them out of my system. And never...
hey, it's the first day of Black History Month.
What is with all the racial stuff?
Hold on, it's February. Come on, get real. First day of Black History Month. Not off to a great start for Whoopi Johnson. I mean Goldberg. I mean, Jews must really want Hollywood when you change your last name from Johnson to Goldberg. Get the fuck out of here.
Her name's Karen Johnson, for those of you who don't know. Her real name. I think she should be stripped of the Goldberg as the only full Jew in this room.
Yeah.
She should be stripped of that fake name.
Hey,
Go back to Whoopi Johnson.
Why are
Whoopi's not a real name.
Whoopi's not her real first name?
I
No.
know. I think
What?
I think it's Bill.
Bill Johnson?
Yeah, I
Bill
get you.
Goldberg.
I read an article.
He was Jewish.
Yeah.
I read an article that said it was like she took the name Whoopi from Whoopee Cushion, and she's like, you know how they make that? I didn't understand it. She's like, they make that sound. Sounds like a fart. And I was like, I don't know if they're saying she's gassy or she.
No,
talks a
originally,
lot.
though, she just took the Cushion part. She was Cushion Goldberg.
Oh, okay.
The wrestler?
And then she goes, oh, no, Whoopi might work
You ever
better.
seen the show The Goldbergs? It's about her family.
Yeah, Jeff Garland. He's had a good month.
Yeah, Jeff Goldberg.
Yeah.
Come on, man, be cool. It's
I am cool.
I'm kidding.
All right, wait. All right, give me another bit. That's.
All right, let me get to
So
it.
That was
far,
a good one.
we're 10 for 10.
But these are like jokes, like you just get the crowd going, and then you see you see where the story goes.
Do you have special jokes for certain scenarios?
Yeah, I do.
yeah, he's like,
No,
his,
I mean, like,
his
these are-
condolences, like someone in the crowd lost a family
These
member.
are just for the first 5
I do.
minutes
I go
to,
in,
to make them relax.
I go if it's someone in the crowd or someone that died. I go into when the guy tried to sell me a coffin when my mom died, and and then like he's like, oh, there's lots of room. It's velvet carpeting in here. Your mom will be real comfortable. I'm like, she's fucking dead, dude. Like I don't think she cares about the velour lining. And then
and you're like, what do you got in Varvatos?
yeah, what you got anything YSL and leather? And then 2 months later, my dad dies, and he's trying to sell me the same fucking coffin. I'm like, get out of my face.
Your parents died 2 months
2 months
apart?
apart.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's tough.
I mean, it's not the best, but
It's not the best. That's not the worst.
I mean,
Wasn't the best 3 months of your life, I'm sure.
I mean, no, not really.
Was
but
it harder losing Kamala or that?
I cried more at Kamala's death. Diabetes.
Did both parents still have their legs?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, well, there you go. Happy ending.
Did they bring out the
Happy
whale
ending.
skeleton at your dad's funeral?
No, when they, obviously my parents had a palatial estate in 1525 Northview Road, Sunset Island, number 1. Phone number was 305-531-4206. Give that person a call.
As for the Skakels.
We had to divvy up everything in the house, and so they come to me and it's like, what do you want? I'm like, I just want the pictures with horses in them.
How old were you?
30.
Like, so you could jerk off to them?
I love horses.
We can tell.
Well, I have a
You're a horser.
a horse. I have a for sure. We talked about it in last week. I talked about my for sure betting system for horse racing.
But you're a horse. Tell me about riding those horses.
What is this, a gay porn
He
site?
would know this guy. He would know
Who
this
is
guy.
it?
He did public access.
But you're a horser.
Was it Paul Kent?
Hello, mama, 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 mama.
Wait.
What's the guy's name that did
Hold on.
that?
You're a horser? He's the guy
you might know
that
him.
Martin Short based the character Jiminy Glick off of. He was a local cable access guy.
Ben Jones, I think
That
we all.
well, that's who you're talking about. That's whose son did the Mama Ma. But
Yeah,
it's not
but-
the horser.
But he also did another bit. God, I wish I could pull it up on here. I don't know where it is, about someone doing more grooming than supercuts. Ba 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 ba. I got
do
a white.
anything you want on here.
I got a white
We'll
joke.
just we'll distance ourselves from it.
I haven't said anything too bad.
No, I know. Hey, look, it's the DNO.
We don't
give a fuck.
The
We
part
got-
that was bad was the Shaq printer thing was over the line, I thought.
Yeah, but how's this guy? Look at the next time he's in the Gold Bond.
I mean, come on. Is he replacing his own ink? Be cool.
This guy uses Gold Bond? Yeah, right.
More like old Bond.
Yeah, I mean,
More like Platinum Bond.
you think the guy gets moisturizer, like the shittiest moisturizer? He gets La Mer. Trust me on that one.
By the
He
way,
gets-
to
he gets
moisturize
Kiehl's,
to
dude.
moisturize that body, you would need a fucking huge tub.
Well, I know a
I
girl-
once saw him. He's a huge fucking guy.
I know a girl who fucked him, said his dick wasn't that big, but John Sally over a foot long.
Jesus.
Subway put it in a roll.
Dude, if you
$5.
need to know celebrity dick sizes or who has AIDS, Earl is your man.
Well, I mean,
Why don't you start a website?
I'm sure Jared from Subway gets better spots than I do. Hello.
Is that why they call John Sally spiders? Because he would come so hard. It was like he got hit with a web.
When he comes, it's like that episode of The Three Stooges when Curly found the oil geyser. Hey, it's a geyser.
Who's this? My dick is so big, if I bring that shit out, this whole room will get dark.
Darnell.
I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
Wait.
Bernie Mac
Bernie
from,
Mac.
from
Dude, that's
Def
pretty good.
Comedy
Yeah.
Jam.
Dude, give us some more of these.
All right, here's
Yeah,
a white
please.
joke. What we're going to do, I'm going to do this one white joke, and then I'm going to go to last month's. It's not as racially hued. Hey, let me see here. Why are people sad for Tom Brady? This guy is married to a supermodel who makes more money than he does, and he can finally let his body heal and put it in her ass. Hut, hike.
Does he make sense?
But you guys are laughing. Who cares? It's about making people laugh. Hold on, let me get that.
Hold on, I got. Hold on.
Should
You
I
can't
go
move
retro?
on yet because I gotta let this digest. There are so many moving pieces in here that don't make sense. Read it one more time.
Well, I
Read
can't.
it to
I'm
me
going
one
to the
more
new
time.
month.
Okay, go new month.
So-
he can finally put it in her ass. Hike.
But you guys are laughing. It's a dumb joke. It's not even finished. But like, it's a whole point. That's my comment.
It's not even finished. Where's it gonna go from here?
Wherever
You'll see,
And dude,
dude.
if the crowd laughs, I do some improv with
He's
it.
like, depending what the crowd is, I might say titty fucking
Yeah, I
or
might
put it in
say,
the
yeah.
ass.
And now you wonder why he has deflated balls. You know what I'm saying, folks?
Rodney Dangerfield.
Why did you do that?
Well, it might be, but if the crowd doesn't laugh, I just move on to the next joke.
You never know.
Now pick a month and a year from the last 5 years, and I'll go to that month's jokes, and I'll just pull one.
November 2021.
Okay,
I want to go
hold
some
on.
recent
November
stuff.
20.
This is gonna be all Thanksgiving.
Let's see, Robin Tran jokes, November 2021. Okay, here we go. These are November. This is just random jokes.
Okay.
He's going through.
Okay, here we go. Do you think Michael Vick ever went to his dog track and put money on the slowest dog after the race? It's because he wanted to win. He wanted to, fix the race. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even understand that joke.
I don't either.
All right, here's one.
I'm lost on that one.
Hot dog eating and balloon blowing are probably a porn star's favorite habits. Because they like to fucking take loads.
But balloon blowing just requires you
How do you even think
to
of
blow with your. Sucking a dick requires you to suck, not blow.
But you got to blow out the load if it's a big enough package.
How do you even think of this?
Hey, when I see a black dude with a size 20 foot, I think, wow, how big are his socks?
It's size 20. What is this? Who's burning grits too?
No, I'm going to jokes. I'm just
All right, go ahead.
freestyling.
Keep going.
You said it wouldn't be racially charged.
Well, we went to November. He's back to racially charged.
Kiss is getting so old. Rock and roll all night should just be called rock and roll from 12 to 12:05. That's really funny. I think it's funny. Fuck it. I'm still gonna do the joke. Hey, how have those two?
Hold on. He's not even allowing us to chime in.
I like
rapid fire.
I like the asides. I think you should incorporate these into the act.
I think that could be your thing. You convincing yourself to fuck it, I'll keep doing it.
It depends if the joke works. Like if it doesn't work, it's actually better because then I can get off into uncharted territories. Like, hey, have those two guys from Sonic?
Wait, these are charted territories?
No, these are just
Have you done these or these?
Oh,
just,
yeah.
you've done these.
I've heard some of these.
Hey, how have those two guys from Sonic not gotten me too? They're like Jared from Subway times 2. You know what I'm saying? Because there's 2 of them. Those guys are creepy as fuck.
This guy's doing commercials.
Like,
You love commercials. You got the Shaq commercial, and you got the Sonic.
Well, I got
commercial.
kicked off of Roddy Piper's podcast, the commercial reading. He did what you'd have to do what you guys have to do, and I think there was Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah.
And one day he was tired, and he was like, you'd think he wouldn't be tired drinking 5 Red Bulls. He was out of control with his energy. He was worse than me with the energy drinks. He would bring in 5 Red Bulls, and I thought, oh, 1 or 2 are for me, and I would take one. He's like, get your own. But he was cool. He's like,
Those were Rod Bulls.
Hell, there's bull semen or something in Red Bull.
Is it?
Bull penis,
Taurine.
I thought.
Taurine. I drank it.
Taurine.
Did have a little wang in it. See what I did there? It's only a seasoned comic would do that shit. Let's see.
Why'd you say wang in it? Why would you say bang in it?
How is there a hockey team in Arizona? That's like having a dialogue coach on the next Expendables. You know what I'm saying? Because those movies suck.
What? Aaron, are you writing down your favorites?
Yeah, Aaron, get in, hype in on camera 3. I'm so old, I remember when they used to let you smoke on airplanes, and then they had a non-smoking section. What the fuck? It's a tube.
That's observational.
Dude, why you do? I'm so old. I remember when you could smoke on airplanes.
I mean, maybe I do like a Jeff Foxworthy. You might be a redneck. Hey, Joe,
you might be rich if you.
Joe Biden says he's going to run in 2024. And is he talking about for president or the bathroom? I mean, Jesus, he's 76. Trump is 79. Can we get someone at least 50 to run? You know what I'm saying? Someone young?
He's going to run in 2024, and you go to the bathroom?
Hey,
Wouldn't he be wearing diapers?
Hey, December 1.
He won't stop.
December 1st.
You have to turn him
dude,
off.
The energy drink's pumping now.
We have to reboot him.
December 1st is World AIDS Day, so all porn sets are taking the day off. You know what I'm saying? Because they all have it.
They actually have. They get tested like every week.
Every day.
Hey, here's one. Here's a hot one, dude. This is a hot one. Lethal Weapon could be the name of the Magic Johnson movie, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, hey, speaking of AIDS, it doesn't seem very helpful.
Dude,
that's a pro. Can you send some of these to Bert?
Dude, you need Aaron to come see you.
Aaron,
Aaron's your #1 fan.
Aaron, what are you doing tomorrow? 10:15. I'm on the main stage of the Comedy Store. Let's do one more, and then I gotta go. I don't. I just know you guys have to wrap it up. Name one.
we still have. We still have like
10 minutes.
Yeah,
Name
10
one more
minutes.
month, a year from the last 5 years. So from 2015.
Do you have any
on.
Halloween stuff for October?
What year?
October 2020.
All right,
Oh, I
October.
say we go even further back.
October
2018.
Oh yeah, 2018.
This is a young Earl, barely through puberty. Young Earl.
I'm trying to pick up a good
Dude,
one.
the one thing I love is that you love to write jokes because you get
they're
excited
all,
about.
They're all
this.
horrible, but like
I think they're great.
I mean, but they get me to that one good one. That's how I do it.
You're like, is that what you tell the audience? You got to sit through 50 bad ones to get to that gold.
How
it's true.
often will you do a joke before you bail on it?
I do it 10 times.
10?
Yeah. Like I do that Baby Godzilla joke. It's never gotten a laugh. Hey, you guys had new listeners though, right?
Of course.
Well, I did it 11th time. I mean, hey, how big was Godzilla's dick? Because that pussy from Mrs. Godzilla put out Son of Godzilla. I mean, that thing had to be huge, right? I mean, and how big of a load does Godzilla blow? You know what I'm saying?
What I like about you is that sometimes people pare down the wording, but
I add into it.
You keep expanding. A lot more moving pieces.
Because
It's not bare bones with Earl.
Yeah.
It's Bear Bryant. You know what I'm saying?
This guy's broken.
Hey, a study says that most people are afraid of being too fat. Well, not Ralphie May. He didn't read that one. You know what I'm saying?
Guy died 5 years ago.
You will not. Ralphie May will live on as long as you're alive via your
Impossible.
jokes.
I don't know what worked harder, Ralphie's arteries or the buttons on his shirt.
Hey, Big Earl has a Netflix special. It's called Ralphie May.
That would be funny though. I want to do a Netflix special. Can Burr help me out? Does he watch this show? He owns the network.
He's in here. He's in here.
Okay, well, even
Guess what?
Maybe he's watching.
Aaron
right
is
now.
actually Bill Burr in
fuck,
disguise
that's
right now. He
crazy,
takes
dude.
his mask off.
He says,
I
love the doc stuff.
I got a great idea for a Netflix special where it's a 3-hour open mic, and then I come on when the crowd's gassed, and then I do an hour, tight hour.
Craig Gast?
Hello. Let me see. Let me give it. Hey, Dolly Parton wants to pose for Playboy at the age of 75. I'm good on that. I don't want to see what that 75-year-old bear trap looks like. Probably looks like a fisherman's net got caught in a roast beef sandwich.
What's the fisherman's net, or undies?
Yeah.
Is you wearing fishnet undies?
Here's the thing. Here's what I love about your bits. You know exactly where they're going. It's just the wording is going to be so fucked up when you get there.
Hey, I got a dating site for racists called OKKK-Cupid. You could put that joke on the pandemic. By the way, I've got a social networking site for white supremacists. It's called Black Facebook. Hello.
Ted Danson on there?
No, me and Michael Richards.
Give us 5 more bangers.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying they're bangers, but
These are all
Thus far, they have been.
bangers and mash. I think so far the best one is your OKKKKKKKKK.
I mean, but you're talking about from a real joke perspective.
Yes.
I want to
because it makes sense.
I'm measuring them by a Earl Skakel joke.
Okay,
let me see.
that's true. It's a different standard.
I'm still. Here's the thing. I am still thinking about 2 of your jokes.
Okay, that's all.
I'm still like how.
Name another month.
What, the hot
Let's go
hike?
to 2018 and we'll go to July.
July. Oh, they had some bangers that month. I remember.
You know, 3 years ago.
July 2018.
Do you write every day?
I try to, and they're mostly awful, but that's why I'm going on at midnight.
Do you have a set time you do it, or is it just whenever
July,
you have time?
I don't know where July 18. I'll go July 2017. We'll go to
Okay,
that
yeah.
month.
Well, we're going way back in.
Oh, it says you're offline. I don't know what that means. Oh, it's not letting me pull up. We'll go to July 2016.
Oh, it's probably they saved it in the cloud. Hey, go to another year then.
Okay, let me go. Let me go June 2015. It says I'm offline.
Oh, go.
Let's go 1988.
1988. I wasn't writing jokes back then. Some
Go
people-
up higher in the years then. Maybe
Okay.
maybe those are in the
Let
cloud.
me go. Let me see. Let me go April 2015. April 2015. That says I'm offline here. What's going on here? Am I being sabotaged right now?
Go back to 2020.
Fuck, man. Hey, do you think OJ ever watched last season of Dexter and thought, that's how I should have done it? That's a Skakel classic there.
I've heard you do that one.
Greatest. What's greatest hits? And nothing beats dead air on a podcast. And I don't mean Holtzman's podcast.
You tweeted OJ quite a bit.
I do. OJ hasn't blocked me.
What do you say to him?
I just say, hey, it's an honor to hang out with a double murderer.
And he says, you used to be my neighbor.
2 people have blocked me.
Would he know you?
Yes,
used
he
to be
would.
his he would
He
know
used to
you.
throw me the football. I got no problem with him. I think Nicole and Ron committed suicide.
Won't you?
Jeez.
Won't you be
that a bit?
Yeah,
Earl's
that's a bit.
neighbor?
That's a bit. Stallone used to be my neighbor.
Hey, yo,
Was
Earl.
Stallone remember you?
Yeah,
Saw him?
when he was porking Susan Anton, the tall blonde.
Who?
Susan Anton. She was like
Brigitte Nielsen?
she was like an 80s.
Is it true you would look in his windows to try to catch him fucking?
He'd go, hey, okay, if you're going to jerk it, hang out by the window.
Friends do because they want to do.
There he is, Russian Stallone.
All right, I'm trying to get to. Let me see if I'm online.
Earl, you can get it up for him at the UFC. Why don't you get it up for me?
Hold on, dude. Hey,
Is Stallone a fitness a role model for you?
oh yeah, because we're both old and we.
Dude, he's roided to the fucking gills,
dude.
man.
I know we all age. No doubt about it.
He's what? He's in his 70s, right?
He looks
He's like 76 years
but,
old or
but
something.
he looks like a melted chocolate bar right now. Like it's like Jesus Christ, dude.
His daughters, though.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Ooh,
good for him.
man.
You know.
One of them's dating or was dating. I don't know if they're still together. A comic.
What?
A guy from the Laugh Factory.
Oh, Tehran, the guy who wanders around in a robe.
Who?
I did a
Who, Wheels?
I did a.
By the way, big announcement. Brian Holtzman will be doing the Wheels podcast. I gotta listen to that, man.
Eleanor told me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the Wi-Fi. What's the network here, guys? Mariposa.
Can't give that out.
Oh, okay. What do you think?
We can send you a text message with it.
You can't tell me the network.
I don't know. Aaron is in charge
Hold
of
on,
security.
let me turn on my phone and we'll do Earl's iPhone because I had some bangers.
Okay.
You have some
know.
bangers.
Aaron's in charge of internet security around
You
here.
have some bangers and mash.
Well, I'll do some old roast battle
I
jokes
can
that are in
whisper
my
it in
head.
your ear.
Hey, I'm not saying my ex liked food, but the first time I pulled out of her, she had a turkey on my dick.
It's not even how you do it right.
Well, I'm just nervous because I'm trying to get the Wi-Fi. My ex was sexually assaulted by a black guy. That's why she loves Toblerone bars.
Doesn't make sense.
That's a Benji Aflalo joke. He said, "This will be your closer." I'm like, "No, it won't."
Dude, I mean, okay.
My ex hated semen because she found out there's no carbs in it. Pew.
Do you have a wedding date set?
No.
Not at all.
No, I mean it's the pandemic, man.
That was like a Gaylord Dinger. Yeah, no.
Hold on, man.
Is there any pressure to have a
Hey,
date?
let me text you what.
I know, but like this is like dead air. I'm
It's not
apologizing.
dead air. Why are you so nervous?
Because I like to give quality content. This podcast.
Welcome to Dead Air. On this day in 1945, Holtzman gives out that history, man.
I did it once.
Have you been on there?
A couple times. He had me on with these two twats who weren't funny at all.
Did he berate the co-host guy, Ben?
No, like when I did it.
When we did
Wait,
it.
what is that? What is the password? I don't even
Forget it. I'll just let me get the. I'll use the cell phone as
Hey,
the.
Earl, the password is penis.
All right, let me see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. By the way, I'll be at the Comedy Store tomorrow night at 10:15.
Dude, when this comes out in 2 weeks.
This is a train wreck. This is a fucking train wreck.
Well, go back in time. I don't know. Talk to Craig Robinson and invent a hot tub time machine. I don't know.
Dude, he does a ton of commercials. He does a fucking Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
all
why
the
don't you
time,
do any
man.
bits about him do a commercial?
No one out pizzas the Earl.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he looks like he eats pizza, so it makes sense. I mean, Shaq doesn't look like he moisturizes.
Or uses a printer, according to you.
I mean, this is like when Star Jones was the spokesperson for fucking Payless Shoes. Have you seen what her feet look like in their sandals? It looked like a roast beef shoved in a leather thong.
You love roast beef punchlines. I've never
He has a wheel. He spins the wheel. It's like roast beef. Work it in.
You're gonna be the #1 Arby's sponsored comedian.
Earl, he's got the joke.
I'm being sabotaged right now.
Listen, all of y'all. It's
Can you not get it off your phone either?
let me go to July 20.
How do I have internet.
It says you're offline. Check your internet connection.
Did you give him?
Here, let me look up
Did
some
you
Earl
give him
jokes.
the stuff?
Your mom is so fat. Roast beef in a bikini.
Nearby hotspot. Do you want to join Earl's iPhone? Yeah, I've been trying to do it for fucking 10 minutes. Oh, excuse me.
You need to go to you need the Geek Squad. I'm on the Geek Squad.
Yeah, do you really?
If Andre the Giant were alive now,
Hold on.
he
hold
would be
on.
doing Geek Squad commercials, and
Hold on.
Earl would be so pissed.
It says
When's
here.
the last time Andre the
like-
Giant was on the Geek Squad?
That guy's fingers are so big he couldn't hit a
All
keyboard.
right, what month did you say?
2018.
2018.
July 2018.
July 2018.
4th of July, more like 4th of some young guy.
Hello.
That's a better job.
Come on, dude. Don't be improvising on my jokes. Let's go to a Shane Doan roast. No, that's not good.
He's a
Hold on.
hockey player, right?
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're back. We're back in business. We're online and we're ready to roll.
That would be a good joke. You should do that. Did you hear that the Chinese are also doing a holiday on the 4th of July? It's called the 4th.
Boy,
Some young guy.
Boy, I tell you, the sequel to Bohemian Rhapsody is going to be a real bummer, you know, because Freddie Mercury died of AIDS. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's going to be a tough sell.
It's AIDS joke, racial jokes, and roast beef punchline.
Dude, but what?
But here's another one. Here's a hot one. It's
Instead of it's a bummer, why don't you talk about, hey, I just saw the sequel to Bohemian Rhapsody.
yeah,
It's just one long funeral scene.
the longest funeral scene in movie history. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the way they got that lesbian broad to play Brian May was wackadoon. I was watching the Freddie Mercury story, Bohemian Rhapsody, and the anal sex scenes. They were very powerful because every time there was an anal sex scene, the whole theater shook. What I didn't realize was Godzilla was playing next door. You know what I'm saying?
Then you go into the Godzilla's mom.
Yeah,
thing.
dude.
Segue.
So,
And you're like, Godzilla's a movie, and they're big, and the mom's vagina's so huge.
Who's your gynecologist?
Have you ever thought about paring the wording down?
No.
Or do you sometimes read a bare joke and you're like,
I try and
could use a
lengthen it.
lot more words?
Let me see.
It's like, how these are too short.
But I think that's your style.
I tell you, a woman in New Jersey had just had 44 frozen deceased dogs and 130 live dogs in her home. And what's worse is I just matched with her on Bumble. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's going to be a real heifer.
The number of dogs, because you really stressed those number of dogs that were dead and alive.
Hold on, I'm
had
rolling
no
now.
bearing on the punchline whatsoever.
I'm rolling now.
Okay,
I'm
go
rolling
ahead,
now.
go ahead.
Hey, a mom in the UK just had 21 babies. Boy, I bet her pussy fits as. Well, hold on. No,
Roast beef? Roast beef. Come on, roast beef.
No, I got to
Give
read.
us the
I
beef,
was trying to
dude.
go off script here.
Where's the beef?
Hey, a mom in the UK just had 21 babies, and that pussy must be as loose as Ralphie May's pants. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he went back to the Ralphie
Old
May
school.
well.
So good. Hey, you think a gay porn star would win a hot dog eating contest? You know what I'm saying?
It's like
I
the
heard
other
you do
joke.
that on
Old
stage.
school. All right, fuck it. Let me see. I'm really.
What if they don't eat meat?
I mean,
They're vegan.
it was, hey, I'm really blown away at technology on all fronts. I mean, from TVs to cell phones to dick pics. I mean, in 10 years, you'll just be able to see your actual dick. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll be right there.
What? What does that mean? What are you talking about?
it's
What do you
in
mean it'll be
What?
right
I
there?
don't get it at
I
all.
don't get it at all either. It's right there to begin with.
I'm just going to go random.
Can you not see your dick? Is that a joke about your vision?
Send that to Burr for a rewrite. Let me go to March 2015. I think I had some real fucking heavyweight bangers on that one.
How many, if you take your glasses off, how many of your dicks do you see?
3.
And you're like, suck the one in the middle. It's classic Rocky.
Hey, the LA breaking news, and then I do the Gary Mule typewriter thing. Breaking news. The LAPD just shot an unarmed homeless man, and in other news, today's day ends in Y. You know what I'm saying? Because they're fucking racist.
I don't know what it. Aaron, how do you feel about these? Are
Aaron's
you getting
dying
this?
over there, man.
Yeah.
Aaron, what are you doing tomorrow
I've heard
night?
Aaron's pants unzipped several times.
Yeah, dude. Last week we caught him. Well, 2 weeks ago we caught
Yeah.
him jerking it.
This is before the Rams and Chargers moved back here. Hey, this is old school because it's a couple of years ago. How the hell can LA lose both football teams but have 800 massage parlors in operation? You know what I'm saying? They could at least take away 2 of them. You know?
That's not your life anymore.
Not anymore. Hey,
anymore.
you been here before? You cop? You been here before? You cop?
You're like, it's me, Earl.
Yeah.
Pam, what are you doing here?
Did you ever go, come on, you know me. I got my punch card. I get 2 more massages and I get a free jerk.
He walks in and says, you know me, you blow me. Be cool.
Hey, I can't believe there isn't a Dick's Sporting Goods in West Hollywood. I mean, you talk about a missed opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you wouldn't even have to sell.
I give up.
You wouldn't
I
even
give
have to
up.
spell sporting goods there. You know what I'm saying? Just have
These
a
are
bunch of
so
things.
on the nose. That's what I love about it.
You know, a strip club is bad when on the billboard the cover girl is a cross between Buffalo Bill and any member of Quiet Riot. You know, that's a real mouse.
What do you mean a real mouse? What is that, about the pussy? What are you talking? What does that mean? We need someone to decipher this
There's a hot one. There's a hot one.
You need to get a glossary of Earl Skakel terms.
This could be a joke book. This is my special. I'm just going to read it. And we'll
You're
animate
Earl
it.
the Joke Man Skakel.
Hey, you got 5-blade razors, 5-hour energy drinks. What's next? A 5-inch stick that pleases a woman who fucked a black guy last week? This shit's going to get me a special.
Special Olympics
Yeah,
tryout.
dude, you're gonna need a special needs.
Hey,
Special needs dog.
it was International Women's Day recently. I wonder how OJ and Scott Peterson celebrated. You know what I'm saying? Because they killed fucking.
Dude, you could submit this special to get
I'm
a
telling
service
you,
dog.
I'm telling you, this special's so bad it's good.
That's how you advertise it.
But dude,
It
I'm
sucks so
telling
bad you'll love
You're like, this shit will.
Hey,
Shit will be so terrible.
anyone else laugh at The Biggest Loser when they do the obstacle course? You know, when they have 400 or 500 pound people navigate an obstacle course that can't be run by an Olympic athlete? I do. Especially when they get weighed on the Richter scale. That's really funny. They got those big fucking nipples.
Why even talk about the obstacle course?
Fucking nipples.
No.
The obstacle course has nothing to do with the fucking show.
No, you know, they get weighed at the end of every episode on like a literal Richter scale, and the guys are just wearing shorts and they got those big fucking goobies.
What are you talking?
Because it kind of sounds like you're defending them. Because you're like, they
Why-
run on a course that even Olympic athletes can't.
Yeah, they're
But
like
then but the joke is making fun of them.
at the end because you don't want to seem like an asshole.
Why don't you plug your Earl Knee fan site?
I might go to Patreon with these. Maybe that's it. Maybe I do these jokes on Patreon.
So how do you want to do this special where it's just us sitting at a table ripping on you while you do the jokes?
Aaron,
We sit at a table
hour?
off to the side while we're eating pasta.
I'm telling you right now, we could do this special. Aaron will give Burr the money. You know, I know how the business works. I'll get fucked. We can bring in Jeff Ross. It'll be Jeff Ross presents Earl making fun of Jeff Ross.
That's what you should do.
Why not? Dude, Jeff would do it. If I put the word roast in it, he'd be on board.
Do you speak to him?
No, it's not really. He said hello to me the other day. I just looked at
Does he
him.
know all the stuff you say about
Oh,
him?
absolutely. That's
He
why I
doesn't-
do it.
He doesn't say that?
What's he going to do? No, Earl, you're wrong.
Would he fight you think?
I mean...
He knows that. If you look at his IMDb, they say he's a black belt.
Yeah.
No, he just has a black belt to hold up his pants.
He's from Barbados.
No, he has a borscht belt to
No.
hold up his pants.
He walked up to me the other day, said, "Hey, Earl." I'm like, "Hey, it's an honor to meet the kid from Powder."
What'd he say?
I just looked at me. He didn't
Did you
get
say
the...
He just goes, fuck you.
Dude, that goes with anything. Like, it really does. It makes any song better. Sing any song. Like, you guys, like, sing a famous song. Just,
Okay, do you know this song? Don't you forget about me.
Mama.
Never gonna give you up.
Mama. Together forever. Mama. Makes any song better.
What about pew pew pew?
I sing a song.
Okay.
Do you practice sound effects at home?
What am I, the black guy from Police
No,
Academy?
just to come up with new ones.
No, I only do two. Mama.
How about this? There's a little black spot on the sun today.
Pew, pew.
Does that go?
It does, though.
Earl karaoke.
You do one now.
Roxanne.
Pew.
You
I'm telling you, this special would work.
Yeah, no, I think it would.
All the shit that's on TV.
TV's so bad, I deserve to be on it.
Dude, you remind me when,
You're right.
dude, you remind me when Jim Painter said, I wrote this script. It's so bad, Rob Schneider would love it.
Oh, you can't say that, dude. He's boys.
No, I got Rob Schneider in my movie.
You were on Rob.
What movie? I got.
What was that show you were on?
I was on Real Rob, 2 episodes as the weed dealer.
Well, give us some lines.
Well, here's the funny thing. So the girl he uses an opener now. He's a very funny comic, Jamie LaSalle, and that's like his writing partner. And you know, so in the scene, I'm with Jamie's girlfriend, and it's just me and this girl behind the counter, and Jamie walks in on us making out. So
Jamie's a man.
Yeah, Jamie's a
Okay.
man. Funny comic, and I think he's from Buffalo, and he knows Paul Morrissey.
Paul Mooney.
Paul Mooney, you know.
Let's stick
Was he
to the
gay?
story.
Anyway, who knew that?
Also, isn't it true that you have an encyclopedic knowledge of Real Rob?
Not really. To be honest, I only watched the 2 episodes I was in. So right before, and I'll give Rob this. He financed the whole show.
Yeah.
He produced it. He
Put
wrote
Jeff
it.
Richards in it.
Yeah, I mean, but like it was. So we're in a weed shop. We only had 4 hours. Like it was a very guerrilla,
Yeah.
operation. And right before, we're all lobbed up. That's for you people not in the industry, and I'm assuming most of you comics watching aren't in the industry. Food industry, maybe, you soulless slobs. Probably still trying to find a way to milk Saget's death, even though you never met the motherfucker. Probably thinking, oh my God, I can't believe the host from Dancing with the Stars died. You fucking losers.
See, Jim Carrey went to the benefit thing.
Well, that,
tonight?
he, anyone who knew him, I'm okay with. But like,
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just bringing that up.
Yeah.
I'm not insulting. Jim
Nikki
Carrey.
Glaser wrote a song about him.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
but like Jim Carrey, probably the highlight of my comedy feedback career. Came up to me one day after roast battle.
Love the dark stuff.
Almost. He got what I was doing. He was like Archie Bunker.
He's like Bob Saget told me about you.
He's like,
Are you the guy who
Whatever.
performed in the empty room?
I had, that's a special in an empty room. I'm telling you. I know it's been done. I think the guy.
Harlan Williams did it in like a desert by himself.
But I
Dice
mean-
did close in in front of like the
There were
empty
still
OR.
people.
Yeah, people, but not a lot.
Oh, you mean in New York at Dangerfield? You're talking about the day the laughter died?
I think so.
Yeah.
But who was the guy? Drew, I think it's Drew Michael or something. Did it in an empty theater, like
Drew
on
Carey.
HBO. Drew
Drew
McIntyre.
Carey did it live on the set of Price is Right.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, man.
Survey says.
You got to make your special difference.
Did you cry when Louis Anderson died?
I have a great Louis Anderson story.
What happened? Hey, Earl.
Absolutely.
You want to share this sandwich? Actually, I want the whole thing.
Wait, you're too old for me. Oh, we won't go there.
Is that what he said?
I'm the bad guy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's business.
Hey, Earl, this gap in my teeth make me look fat?
Well, how'd you get it?
Jeez.
I'm the bad
Come
guy.
on, dude.
From my page.
nice
From,
guy.
You want to
I love Louis.
You won an Emmy.
True.
And a
What's your
Grammy.
Louis story?
So years ago, 2006.
Performing in an empty room.
I'm
I heard someone eating.
I just want to hear what it sounds like when I speak in a PA.
I'm a staff writer on the Ian Bagg Show. We all know Ian.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
in
Canadian hockey
Vancouver.
fan.
Hockey buff, yeah.
great crowd work.
Yeah.
And we're at this beautiful house in the hills. I don't know whose house. I know nothing about the show. I only knew Ian. And all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see Louis Anderson walk by in his underwear to the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Boxers or briefs?
Baggy boxers.
Ian Baggy boxers.
Hello! On sale now next to the Larry
He
the
had
Cable
no
Guy.
shirt on?
No shirt.
No
It's his
tie?
house. I didn't know it.
Okay.
So as we're all leaving, he looks at me and goes, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "Skakel." He's like, "Oh, I know you, the Kennedys." And so he leads me to his bedroom.
And you're like, finally, we're going to get some
Oh,
action.
it's finally, I'm going to fucking make it in this business.
Did you
and-
start taking your pants off?
So
He's like, what are you doing?
I got hard before I hit the bedroom. You know what are you talking about?
Why
He's
am
a
I-
heavyweight.
He had
You like
nice
that.
tits. He had like
Why
these,
am I the only one in my boxers?
he had these big he had these big bologna pancake nips. That's my jam. And I don't mean jam, the goddamn comedy jam. Another show, Comedy Central, fucked up.
You put jam on his nips
Yeah, well.
and jelly.
So, berry jelly. Hello.
Like, spread these on.
So we're talking in his
Now
bedroom.
spread my cheeks.
Sweet Cheeks from West Hollywood.
You put deli meat all over my back?
I know you. You're the guy who dresses like Billy Idol.
He's like, is that what Jim Carrey said to you? I get it. Johnny Varvatos below the waist.
No, Billy. Jim Carrey's like, "Where's Edith, Archie?" Like he got what I was doing.
Yeah, and then he goes, fuck you, you racist.
And then I'm like, "Hey, I loved you in Once Bitten," which was his first
Oh, it's a
movie.
great movie. Him and that,
know that
the
movie.
model.
And the black guy,
Who's
well,
the
Lauren
model?
Hutton
Yeah,
and
Lauren
Cleavon Little as the
Yeah.
gay vampire.
That's John Little's cousin.
Hello, and Larry Little's brother. Get it, Larry
Little Larry.
Little Larry.
Iraqi Larry.
I've been heard. Joey, the wacky Iraqi.
I remember that.
That was his partner.
So, all right, get to
So Louis is in his bed. I can tell he's kind of tired. You know, he just was
you
watching
start
TV
rubbing
or
his
something.
shoulders.
How big's the bed?
It's big. It's like
Reinforced.
California King. And I'm not stuttering.
California King Kong.
So we're King Kong Bundy.
Are there like buffet trays nearby?
No, there was a deli ticket number by his bed. He just pulled a number, and then Ian would bring him a sandwich.
It was like the bank with the fucking
Yeah,
tubes
yeah.
that comes down.
Bring a jam sandwich. You know what a jam sandwich is? Take two pieces of bread, you jam them together. Hello! Tom Hanks in Bachelor Party. By the way, coming up in 2 weeks, I have Nick the Dick from Bachelor Party. Rogan gets presidents. I get the guy whose last acting gig was 40 years ago. Said he's moving to Fort Lauderdale for the acting opportunities. What studios are in Fort Lauderdale?
Local theater.
Yeah,
It's great down there.
He's doing retired theater.
So Louis gets this really concerned look on his face. Just 5 minutes of bullshitting. How's your comedy going? I'm like, obviously not very well if I'm in your bedroom.
I'm ready to suck your dick.
Yeah, it's going lousy, but take your pants off. I want a little snacky. And so he gets this really weird look on his face. I'm like, you all right, Louis? I thought, Jesus Christ, I don't want him having a heart attack on my watch.
Yeah.
And he's like, Earl, I love you, but I gotta take a shit. And he got up, he pushed me out of the way and went to the toilet. And let me tell you, that toilet was enforced with steel girders.
Did you wait or you just left?
No, the sound his first blast made. Ian, I got to go, my man.
Was everyone in there or was it just you?
Just me. I knew-
And this was his house, but why were you writing at his house?
I guess they had a writers meeting, like, you know, just
Was he one of the writers?
He was, I guess, the unofficial. I don't know the
Producer?
exact. He was like backing the show,
Okay.
and you know, because we did it at the Friars Club in Hermosa. It cost some money, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You'd have to ask Ian
Oh,
that.
I gotta take a huge
What if he
shit.
said, stand outside the door so we can keep talking?
Or
No,
come in with
dude,
me?
I'm telling you,
Get in the tub, Earl.
No, I mean the first release of his song that he felt coming on, it was a noise. I was walking Lois the other night. It's a true story.
Is this your late night crime fighting?
Yes, Santa Monica, San Vicente.
This guy's like Batman.
There are these two drunk Mexican girls on the median,
Okay.
and they're kind of wobbling around, and then the green light hits, so the cars start going, and something made them say "fuck it," and they went for it. First girl makes it. Second girl drops her purse,
Oh no!
bends over to pick it up, and the sound was what came out of Louie's ass. Hits her. She flies.
A car hits her.
Hits her.
Oh no!
I can't get the sound out of my head still.
Oh.
It was literally like
Someone just like the hips were crushed.
so
She
she
get
flies
thrown?
10 feet in the air.
No!
Lands in front of me.
Whoa.
Or to the side.
Where do you go? You want to see Big Daddy's hog?
I'm like, I got something you can
He
resuscitate
said,
on.
you got thrown so far, your face looks like a roast beef sandwich under the sun.
Hey, speaking.
You see Shaq doing these printer commercials?
Hey,
Your stomach's blown out. You look like Ralphie May.
speaking to the mic, I think she's dead.
Yeah.
Her arm is at an angle
Oh!
I didn't know was humanly possible. Blood squirting from her ears and mouth.
How'd Lois handle it?
Lois was chilling.
Did you say I haven't seen squirting like that since I was in high school?
I haven't seen squirting like that since the 2,000-person gangbang I hosted. My first paid comedy gig.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
I stop another car from hitting her.
she flies into the street.
She flies. No, yeah.
Not on the sidewalk.
No. So like it's like. Here's the Rocco's, the gay nightclub. Here's the median, and then here's the other side of the street where I'm walking Lois.
Okay.
She's on the median. She, for whatever reason, when the green light hits and cars are going this way, says "fuck it," gets hit right here.
Oh my God.
And a second car was about to hit her, and he jammed on the brakes, and I was like, "Stop!"
Did you berate her for jaywalking?
She was gone. I thought she was dead.
Was she at least wearing a mask?
I had to take her shorts. She had a skirt
You
on.
had to take her shorts and sniff them?
To make sure that they were their regulation?
And pull them over. Like she was, like you could see everything. So like I probably.
So you pulled them down. You're like, hey, take a look at this.
Yeah, I'm like,
hey, I'm getting ready to pull these up. Anyone want to take a look?
I had to take pictures and then move the shorts to cover them.
I'm like, hey,
so no one else could get my picture.
I'm like, hey, honey, if you make it through this, my number's 310.
Was she talking?
Oh, she was gone. Like
Out cold.
and apparently she made it.
Did you move her?
No, I didn't want to get
You
sued.
don't want to touch her.
Like,
don't touch her.
Yeah. At the minimum.
Did you call 911 or the
I
sheriff's
did.
office
Everyone
like you
was
did that
gone.
time?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sheriff's office is like across the street.
Yeah,
isn't it?
literally.
Yeah.
It's,
Did you give a statement?
I didn't.
She was hot.
I was
She was
like,
walking. I saw her pussy.
She had big tits and a real hairy tuna belt.
Is that what your official statement?
They would be like, we don't even want to talk to you.
And they're like, "What else can you provide other than what you just said?" I'm like, "Listen." What the
You're like,
hell
I can
is that?
provide my slap shot,
I didn't like. You know, I'm the man with the world's hardest slap shot,
but I don't wear skates.
dude. It's harder not wearing. I'm telling because you got to run. Like in hockey,
You can skate, right?
Yeah, but
why don't you do do you
Well,
play ice hockey?
Not anymore, just because the games are at night.
Do you play ball hockey anymore?
No, dude, my body got too beat
You
up.
retired.
Did you ever play with Burr or Bartnett?
I think I played one game, but
You
then
ever play with Frazier? He plays in a suit.
I know, and
Man, this ice is all over my suit.
He's a goalie.
and it's okay to wash it.
Listen. So what happens with this fucking situation?
She now
I
lives.
don't know.
She lives
I mean,
with him.
I'll guess at the minimum she had a.
So you just
broken-
walked away.
Well, I didn't see it. Like so, the cops were like.
Oh
I'm
no,
like,
but you waited till the paramedics showed
yeah,
up?
oh yeah.
But you're a horser.
What is it? What are you, Fred Norris? So I didn't see it, and I said, well, this black guy over here saw it, the homeless guy, and I said, I gotta wait to hear this guy's description.
Oh! You want something? You want a statement for $1?
Basically,
It was Boone Shakalaka.
So what did he say?
he's like, oh.
He's like, I saw the white man pull the titty down. Take a look. Squoze it.
He's like, she flew in the air.
Jesus.
I'm like, okay. The cops.
And you're like,
"Hey."
hey, cops, while I have you here, when's the last time you saw Shaq use a printer?
Hey, well, are any of you in the Village People tribute band at Rocco's? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause one guy was
You
like,
guys want to know who's just died of AIDS?
visual aids? I got hit in the head with a film projector.
Jeff
Old school.
Richards.
Old school.
When did you leave the scene?
About 10 minutes. And if you look at the West Hollywood Gazette, I'm on the front page with Lois.
Oh wow.
Can we get a signed copy of that?
It's possible.
And you don't know if the girl died. Was she breathing?
No, I mean, dude, her body was stiff.
What was the friend like? With the friend,
friend
was
was crying,
freaking out.
And then her other friends, I guess, who were at another club, they showed up, and like it visually, dude, it was stomach.
How
turning.
they were really drunk? These people.
Yeah.
What a night, dude. What a way to end a fucking night of partying.
Oh, what
One of your friends may be dead on the street.
Well, the not funniest thing, but
God.
like, only in LA would this happen. So, like I said, the sound it made was literally like Stallone hitting the meat in Rocky.
Yeah.
And so Rocco's,
Sound like a shoe being plunged down a toilet.
I'm telling you, man.
Sounded like Louis.
Sweet Lou. By the way, his coffin, if you wanted to be a pallbearer at Louis' funeral,
You had to bench 400.
you had to have a gym membership. I love Louis so much, I would have joined him in the coffin if there was room. It's an old Ralphie May bed I switched out.
Interchangeable. That's the best.
I mean, they
thing.
really are, because they were. What a shock guys at 500-600 pounds would die of a heart attack. What a shock guys get COVID when they're 700 pounds. I never saw that coming. Hey, you know, some pedophiles, they get COVID 15.
Did the driver get out? By the way, of that
No,
car?
driver took off.
They left. The fuck?
No,
It's
seriously.
not even their fault.
If they would have stayed, it was like everyone would have said, "Hey."
But they were drunk, I'm sure.
Well, here's
At
the
the very
fucked up
least, they're
thing.
getting a hit and run if they get.
It's
caught.
hard to. Also, I will say this: it's hard to find parking around that area.
It's
so
hard.
They may not. They may
It's
have
hard.
driven around the block a few
Yeah.
times and got forget
Yeah,
it.
It's hard.
Monica.
Some of my dog hasn't seen any parking yet. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Machine ripped his leg off. Machine ripped his leg off.
Some of you have been hit by cars.
So that's your hero story.
Well, no, they had cameras all over. So the owner of Rage, which is now Lance
Yeah.
Bass, I guess his manager,
Oh, he owns
friend,
it.
he owns Rage. It's now called Heart. If you're ever in the mood, a great happy hour. And I don't
Hart?
mean Bret Hart.
hard.
Hart, the guy from the
Comedy store bartender.
You're saying hard with a D.
Heart, Heart, like the heart.
Oh.
Louis Anderson's Heart.
All right, let's wrap it up on this. What? So they looked at the footage.
So they got footage of this guy, but
Yeah.
You gonna use it in your special?
Maybe.
Footage of you.
maybe, yeah, but maybe.
Dude, I'm going to make my special so memorable. We're going to do like a 3-hour open mic of the shittiest comics I can find. And we'll tape it. We'll just have them come in for step it. We'll
You know,
set
on
up a camera.
good specials, the average watch time of an hour special is like 20 minutes.
Send me.
But that's the whole point.
point.
So people are like, I'll just keep watching for 3 hours.
That's the whole point.
You have Scorsese direct it?
No, it's no
Tarantino,
direction.
dude. I saw you in that picture with Tarantino online.
No, I was the only one who didn't palm Tarantino. I just photoshopped my head in there.
I know.
It's like out of control, dude.
Dude, I saw everybody posting the same exact photo of them in the parking lot with Tarantino. Everyone, same exact
I
photo.
kissed him
City.
on the mouth.
Well, whatever, dude. Like, you know, I went up in front of him once. I said, it's like the Saget thing. Like, he sat in Mitzi's seat in the bucket seats, and just as I went on, and Django and Shane was out, and, you know, I think it was 142 times the N-word was said in that movie.
Yeah.
So I thought, this is my shot. I'm going to take my shot. This is my Green Mile moment with Tarantino. I'm going to be famous after this. I'm like, hey, everyone. And I tried to play it cool like he wasn't in the room, but
Yeah.
he has a head bigger than mine, so he's pretty
Yeah.
hard to miss. And I'm like, you know what? I saw Django Unchained, loved it. Very funny movie. I laughed 142 times. And all I heard was him laughing in the back.
And then you showed him your feet, and he got a big old boner.
No, Chandler did. You know, he goes to Barbados apparently and buys like 20 of the same black T-shirts. He'll just say, give me 20 of those, 20 of those.
It sounds like what you do with the pants, though, so you can't really
Yeah,
knock
but
it.
my leather pants are all... I got something you can knock.
Your door? What?
Hey, whatever.
He said, you could punch him in the dick, is what he said.
You still have that same neighbor? Remember you would leave us at your house when we were
Oh,
watching
yeah.
UFC and
Gay Tim.
your British neighbor would come by?
Gay Tim.
And you go, hey guys, I'm gonna go to the gym. Tim's gonna stop by and watch the fights with you guys.
You'd be like,
and we
"Is
go,
that-
we don't even know him.
Is Earl here? We're like, no, he left. Okay.
Do you still have that tube of preparation H?
Yeah, for guest.
You still have those lady neighbors who you
Yeah.
thought maybe doing some side work?
Those ladies were
Well, no.
hot.
My new wrestling
As
character, I'm going to audition for AEW because Jericho knows me. It's a wrestler with hemorrhoids. It's called Preparation Triple H.
And that's been the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for coming, Earl. 2 weeks in a row.
But yeah, this is crazy. It seems like I never left.
Aaron, has Earl been your favorite guest that we've had on the show since we started recording in here?
Yeah, easily.
Whoa,
That's
look
because
at
we
that.
haven't had any other guests.
Yeah, that was pretty half-assed.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but
come
he
on.
took a second to I better
That's
say
comedic
yes.
timing, my
And he had
friend.
to crack his mic.
Yeah.
He's
Are you
professional. Well,
Should I do one more joke? Just
yeah,
so
one
long?
more.
All right,
One more to get out of here.
How about give us 3 fucking winners?
Rapid fire.
Just name.
Just go. We won't even stop you.
Well, I tell you, I bet Donald Sterling hates Black History Month.
Topical.
Hey, if we can just get the other 4 members of One Direction to go to the opposite way of a recording studio.
This guy's doing One Direction jokes. I know. He's trying to appeal to those youngers.
I started a gay tribute band to One Direction called One Erection.
That one.
Hold on. You know, they say that pilot that flew the plane into the mountains suffered depression. What would give him that idea? Remember that guy who just flew the plane into the mountain?
Is that the tech for it?
Yeah, I heard he said he could fly a plane over those mountains.
Yeah,
It turns out it wasn't true.
It was Uncle Rico.
Hey, you know,
Uncle Rico.
Who's flying that plane, Uncle Rico?
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, one last big one.
this is an improv, and I'm just making this one up in my head.
You know it's going to be
This is
gold.
old school, old
Yeah,
school.
it's good. Get ready to hit the delay, Aaron.
No, I'm not going to say any cuss words. So bring me up on stage. I was just, hey, your next comic.
Hey, everybody. Keep that energy going for your next comic. You know him from Real Rob. It's Earl Skakel.
Hey guys, you also know me from the Benchwarmers, Barry Jelly on all 3 seasons. That show, they asked me if I was comfortable saying the N-word on camera. Let's just say I've been the dad for 3 seasons. You know what I'm talking about?
That's not improv.
I also like how you don't give the name of the show.
I was
You just
also-
go Barry Jelly.
And you
know
say
what I'm
it's
saying?
on camera and it's an animated show. What are they filming it for a documentary?
All right, let's do it. Let's try one more time. This is totally an improv
All right.
joke.
Hey, everybody. Whoa, you guys are great. Give it up for your next comic. Very funny guy. You know him from Jeff Ross's best friend on Roast Battle. Put your hands together for Earl Skakel.
Thank you. Hey guys, I know you've seen a good crowd. I love it. Boy, I tell you, you want to make a...
How many O's are there?
You sound like Barris doing Bob Hope.
Hey,
If you want to make a smart car, I tell you, make one that sucks my dick and wipes my ass. You know what I'm saying? I mean...
We gotta get out of there. That's too good to follow.
That's a good bit.
hey, you know these smartphones? I mean, I don't know. They seem pretty dumb to me.
I haven't seen one interviewing for a job.
Like, suck my dick and eat my ass or something.
my ass.
Oh, wait, one more. Can I do one more?
You should do a joke.
I know we got to go.
You should do a
No,
joke.
it's-
Eat my wife's ass, please.
Hello. My doctor said rectum. I said kill him. Hello. So, the other night I'm with this girl and she ate my ass for 27 minutes. Now, I know you're saying, how do you know it was 27 minutes? That's an odd timing. Well, she started during intermission of the Kings Canucks game, and that's 15 minutes. And then 12 minutes 12 minutes later, I squirted, and she ate my ass for 27 minutes, and she tried to kiss me afterwards. I'm like, are you crazy? What guy's going to kiss you after you ate his ass for 27 minutes? By the way, fantastic kisser.
The time of that is so irrelevant.
Dude, you love big numbers. It's same with the dog. 144 dead dogs, 42
You love
live
an
dogs.
SAT question style setup, and then to go a punchline that goes way away from that setup.
Yeah, you ever think Michael Vick watches Beethoven and goes, fuck that dog?
Dude, have you ever thought about just doing this? Hey, yeah, a girl ate my ass the other night, and then she wanted to kiss me, and I was like,
Dude,
are you nuts?
too quick.
That's too quick, man.
There's no numbers.
You gotta draw the audience in.
Because you do, you know what, the thing, you do have this trick where you pay attention. You're like, all right, so I need to remember these numbers for the punchline.
Right.
Then it turns out you don't.
Right, yeah. It's like a swerve. Hey, my friend is so gay, he cries at the beginning of Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? When Tom Hanks is healthy, it's just forget about it. If you watch Philadelphia backwards, it gets healthier. It's crazy. You
That's
know
an
what
Earl
I'm saying?
Skakel
It's
class.
an
Actually, he switched it around, though.
I tell you, my friend is so gay, the only reason he won't get HIV is if they take those letters out of the alphabet. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Earl Skakel.
Do I do my plugs now or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, you should have done them at the beginning.
Take your butt plugs out.
Yeah.
At this point, nobody's listening.
Hey, I know my friend. She's such an alcoholic. She uses a wine cork as a butt plug. You know, she's such a drunk. She actually prefers whiskey dick. You know what I'm talking about?
That's not bad.
Are these your plugs?
Oh, and my plugs are the Inappropriate Earl podcast. After you listen to this podcast, and I'm not on all things comedy, but never say never. You know, I might go rogue and join a network. You know, like heel.
Yeah.
I might go heel. I don't think I'm this network shtick though. I think this would last about one episode before I get the hype.
What are you talking about?
No, I love this network. You know, it's
Yeah.
comics. It's a comedy network by comics.
Yeah.
Madrigal, Burr, all good people. I was in I'm Dying Up Here with Madrigal. We got one line in like 12 episodes.
You played Al.
I played Al Sims, and the producer is like, "Hey, can you play a bitter comic?" I'm like, "Just start rolling." You know what I'm saying? Let's roast. So
Maybe Aaron will put a good word in for you at the annual company picnic.
Well, I mean, whatever. I'll do a free podcast, you know, like a test pilot, and then I want to get paid. You know, I'm 53. I'm not getting any younger. I'm starting to get. I auditioned.
He goes, I want 50,000 an episode.
I'm sorry. You know, I auditioned for Kilborn in 2003. I'm starting to think I didn't get it.
Dude, you are the new Rodney Dangerfield. You got to embrace that.
Well, no, you know, I just
You
got
should
to
gain a ton of weight.
embrace the bullshit of this business. No, I should just start molesting young comics and fucking people who don't want it. And
Why
then
don't you
I'll-
grow a stash?
I might a porn stash, you know.
Yeah.
That'd be good for you.
A little Rick Rude.
That would be good for you, I think.
Do it. All right. Let's get out of here.
Let me give the plugs.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Plug it.
At Earl Skakel. That's EARL SKAKEL on all social media. And the Inappropriate Earl podcast is now not shadow banned anymore on Apple Podcasts.
Why was it shadow banned?
You know, I might have tried to enhance the followers in an illegal manner, but Rogan called.
What the fuck?
Rogan called me out on it.
Is that when your ratings were getting pretty high?
That was when you were like the #2 podcast on iTunes, comedy podcast.
I mean, let's just say my guy might have overdone it a little bit. I told him, dude, just get me in the time. You know, here's how can I tell the story very fast?
go ahead.
I'm at this celebrity's house.
Louis Anderson taking a shit?
Sweet Lou. I'm at this celebrity's house, and this is the type of party where everyone's famous, everyone's good. You know, it's like a Russell Peters party where there's no one that's not good at their job. Even Russell's butler has a holding deal with 3 arts. And so this very well-known publicist comes up to me and goes, "Hey, I loved you on Roast Battle. You're really funny on it. What do you have going on?" You know, I'm Dying Up Here, blah, blah, blah. It's like, and I like your podcast. You know, you get weird guests. Like that one you did with the bad guy from Superman 2 who didn't talk. That was genius. I'm like, yeah, I love doing my podcast. It's, you know, I really just do it so I can say, hey, I'll be at the Comedy Store tonight. And he's like, well, you know what you have to do, right? I'm like, no. He's like, you got to. Doesn't get a lot of listens. I'm like, not really, to be honest with you. I'm not on a network. I'm a one-man army. And he's like, you gotta buy followers. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want fake followers.
It defeats the
purpose of like wanting people to come to the shows. And he's like, well, if you want to get someone from Metallica on, they're going to look at your numbers and go, okay, he gets 2,000 downloads. Bert Kreischer's gets whatever he gets, 100,000. They're going to go do Bert's. So I'm like, fuck it. I felt like a natural bodybuilder competing against people on roids. So I'm like, ballpark it. How many people in the top 100?
But you don't want the guy from Metallica. You
do.
want the guy.
Of course I do.
No, you want the guy who was in.
I want the offstage keyboard player from Night Ranger. That guy's got some fucking
You want the
stories.
guy who was not even. Who's the guy from Revenge of the Nerds 2, the comic?
Barry Sobel.
Barry Sobel.
No, I
You're
don't.
the guy that
want the-
Barry Sobel's sidekick.
You want the drummer of Def Leppard so you can do some one-arm
Right.
hits.
Yeah. Hey, boy, I tell you must be a horrible juggler, Rick. Let's get to it.
So then you bought the followers.
Well,
went to
I
a
was
guy.
Put in touch with a person through this guy.
How
I
much?
Said, well, here's what I said, dude. Before I do this, how many people in the top 100 on iTunes comedy at the time? How many of them enhanced their numbers? He's like, at least 60%.
I believe that.
And I was like, fuck it. I'll do the same then. If you know, it's a lot of work doing this. Like, and it is a pain in the ass to get your own
But
guests.
it's not real. If it's not real, what does it matter?
Well,
The perception?
we're all it's
Fuck
it's
the
reality.
perception.
Well,
You yourself know it's not true.
but you know, like
That's what's sad about
this
it.
was at the time where I wanted to get bigger guests, and I listened to what this guy said. So I contacted this guy that he uses for some of his clients, and his clients are huge, like podcasters.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here's the deal, dude. Don't overdo it. I'm getting these basically C-level guests, couple B-listers. So just put me in like the top 50. I'm happy with that, you know. So
How much is he expensive?
well, I'll get into that. First couple weeks, I'm like 40 to 50. I'm starting to get some buzz. I'm starting to get tour offers, you know, from
Tour offers?
from clubs in Canada. Hey, do you want to play this club? Australia. Hey, do you want to come do the festival? I was like, this is all I wanted. I'm kind of unknown but known. And then a couple weeks in, I'm at 25. Okay, it's a little high for me. You know, I don't want the
Are you
alarm.
getting nervous?
Get a little nervous.
Did you tell the guy, hey, slow it
I'm
down?
like, hey, dude, just be cool. No lower than 25 or higher, depending on how you look at it. And he's like, yeah, no problem, dude. But it's working for you, right? I'm like, yeah, it's just what the publicist said. And this guy's an A-list publicist. And then one week I'm at 15. I'm like, okay, that's maybe a little more, but hey, this is kind of cool. You know, I'm getting some, you know, some pussy offers now. And
Pussy offers?
Yeah.
Because so many hot chicks go on the iTunes
Dude,
rankings and are like, who can I fuck?
This is how the business is. And then, you know, a couple weeks later, I'm in between Burr, Marin, and Theo. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, I'm in trouble now. And then one Saturday morning, I wake up to 1,000 texts, thousands of DMs, not the, you know, 50 or whatever. Earl, go look at iTunes comedy. And I'm like, oh my God. I go on, I'm number one. And they had put like Rogan at 3. I'm like, and so I call the guy in a panic. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, bro, you're number one, dude. I'm like, no, dude, it's not believable. I'm getting literally the third bass player from Dawkins on. Rogan's getting presidents. Burr's getting Burt on. Marin's getting Obama. No one's going to believe the fourth bass player from Dawkins is that interesting. And so then... I mean, I had it.
And then what happened? Apple
So
was
then
like,
Apple wised on to it. So, like, you know, when you get shadow banned, it's deadly to your podcast.
Yeah.
Because before, you could just put IN in the search engine, and inappropriate Earl would pop up. Now, you have to type out
you have to know how to
inappropriate
spell
Earl.
inappropriate.
It could be 1P, it could be 2Ps,
Yeah.
it could be 3Ps, P. That could be a new sound effect.
It's hard to stay up there. You know, we once broke into the top 40.
Well, and what
then,
happened?
And well, then eventually you you keep falling.
Well, I think...
But we did it naturally.
No, listen, I tried.
But then we fell out.
I was 200
It's hard to say
episodes
that.
in. I had a cult following. I don't think I was in the top 200, but, you know, I was getting like a natural, I think, 5,000 listens on SoundCloud, which I'm told if whatever you get on SoundCloud, you times 5 for iTunes or Apple Podcasts now. So I think, I have 20,000 listens a week. That's cool.
That's what you heard?
What? That's what I heard. Aaron, have you heard that or? Okay, well maybe
he said no.
Well, I also was getting this info from a guy with holes in his shoes.
Who was it? The same guy who witnessed that woman get hit by a car?
That was Boxcar Willie.
What did it cost to use this guy?
It's not that much, to be honest. It was like $500 a month, but it was worth
How
it.
many months you
to
do
keep
it?
you up there,
Yeah.
you got to pay $500 a month.
How many months you do it?
You were up there for a while.
I probably did it, I don't know, 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, I remember watching it move, and I go, "Oh, Big Earl,
I
you
mean,
flew too close to the sun."
well, but I mean, dude, I gave up.
It was a hell of a ride.
I'm doing it the right way. I'm getting nowhere. And if what my guys said was true, that, you know, 50% of the people on it are doing it, I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it too.
Yeah, dude, it's like you fought Vitor Belfort.
Yeah,
back when he was on TRT.
And then he got off it, and he looked like a brown,
Roast beef sandwich.
He looked like a churro that was out in the sun for
It's
about
like
2 years.
Godzilla's mom's vagina.
But I mean, how big was that vagina? I mean, Godzilla came in it, and the baby Godzilla came out of it. I mean, tell me about it. And Godzilla, very abusive father. Remember when he tried to teach his son how to blow smoke rings, and he couldn't blow anything, and then he whacked him over the head with his tail, and then he blew a perfect fucking thing.
All right, let's get out of here.
We're gonna end on that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Former
then,
number 1 on iTunes.
Yeah, former champion of iTunes,
There he is.
retired from the iTunes charts.
Earl Skakel.
Now I'm back. I'm just in a nice, comfortable 448th rank. I'm fine with that.
Hey, there's like 200,000 podcasts, so
I mean, dude, I'm trying.
I know, I think there might be
I
more.
sold out. I went rogue and I got caught.
hey, man, at least you tried.
Well, dude, like I remember when I was a kid, there was a guy. He was a black dude with a mustache named Mike. He was a bodybuilder, and he would always get in the Mr. Olympia, but he would never finish higher than 15. And this is when I was training people at Gold's Gym. So I asked Charles Glass, who was like the guy who dealt roids out of Gold's Gym. I'm like, hey, how come that guy doesn't ever finish? And he's like, oh, he's natural. He'll never finish in the top 15.
But you know what? He feels good about himself. He goes, I got number 15. I beat out a bunch of roided motherfuckers.
And he had a beautiful wife.
Well, I think he also died of cirrhosis too. But you know.
He's a big drinker.
Well, he had other problems.
Because he never got above 15.
I mean, his liver was blacker than he was. You know what I'm saying? Mama. Why don't we end on that one?
All right. That's been Earl Skakel. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening.
Yeah, let's
check him out. Check out his podcast.
Check it out.
Check him out on
What are
all
you,
his
Angel
social media.
Salazar?
Check it out.
Check it out. I mean, try and get me on, Apple Podcast charts naturally, organically. I tried to cheat. I got caught. Unlike Lance Armstrong, I'm fessing up to it after I got caught. But it's all good.
Oprah got you.
Well,
That's a number one bestiality podcast. There ain't no number two. Well, it's a number one bestiality podcast. It's great for me and you. It's Danish.